18 seconds to go. Lobos don't have to shoot it again. Dent will throw it ahead to Washington. True across the timeline, and that'll put it in the book. The final 10 seconds will come off the clock. The Lobos rout number 19 San Diego State in the legendary pit. UNM 88, San Diego State 70. Final in front of a sellout crowd in the Duke City. The Lobos' first ranked win in the pit in 2 years. Their first ranked win overall since beating San Diego State as a top 20 opponent in their building last season. And the streak remains alive for Lobo head coach Richard Pitino. 10 consecutive years with at least one ranked win per season. He's done it every year as the Lobo head man. We come back after the timeout postgame. Lobos 88, San Diego State 70. Final. It's Lobo basketball on the UNM Sports Radio Network. Welcome back courtside inside the historic pit. Final score, New Mexico 88, 19th ranked San Diego State 70. Your postgame show brought to you by the Albuquerque Downs Racetrack and Casino. Winning entertainment including simulcast racing, live music, dining, the best games, and more. That's the Albuquerque Downs Racetrack and Casino. The unquestioned star of the game, Jalen House, is courtside across the court from us. He is with the legendary CBS broadcaster Bill Raftery right now on national television on the main CBS network. Great exposure for a tremendous young man. Because of his emotion on the court, occasionally I think he gets a bad rap. He is a fabulous human being, and you know what? Great for him, because this is the best of Jalen House. We saw that here today.
No question. You love to see the little guy get his flowers. He brings so much emotion and so much energy to this game for New Mexico Lobos, and great opportunity for him.
Is he not the quintessential Lobo with the way that he plays and the way that this crowd feeds off of his energy?
Yeah, I mean, historically, for some reason, the Lobo fans love the little guy, and then, of course, his emotions. I mean, that's New Mexican. That's what New Mexico's made of, guys who been underdogs their whole lives and just a ball of emotions, and he brings it, and he's tenacious. Again, that's New Mexico.
Tenacious. I love it. Perfect adjective. Game high score, of course, Jalen House. 26 points for House, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. House goes 7 of 16 floor, 4 of 9 from the arc, and House was a perfect 8 for 8 from the free throw line. And what about JT Toppin, the unbelievable freshman in his first game against this team, the Big Bad Aztecs? 17 points, 16 rebounds, and Toppin, you talked about it, partner, the work on the offensive glass, incredible. How about 9 of his 16 boards on the offensive end?
That's huge. I mean, that's second chance points. UNM won that battle with 15 points, and a lot of that, some of those were long effort, 50-50 balls. I mean, they just weren't under the rim. Toppin, the freshman, with 16 boards.
And for me, the underlying storyline is that Jamal Mashburn Jr. got his shooting rhythm back. He was absolutely deadly in the second half. If House got the Lobos back in the game in the first half, It was Mashburn who delivered the death blow in the second half.
Yeah, I mean,
he was unstoppable.
1 of 7 in the first half, but of course, 6 of 11 in the second half. Just turned it around. And a lot of that was the support of his teammates. I mean, I saw at halftime House putting his arm around him. Hey, keep shooting it. And then you saw Dent do the same. I mean, the encouragement from his teammates. And like I said, this was probably the first time I saw all year where the guys really came together as a true team.
And that means a lot moving forward for sure. Mashburn finishes with 19 points on 7 of 17 field goal shooting and 4 of 4 at the foul line. He made 1 of 6 from the arc. We come back on the other side. Lobo head coach Richard Pitino will join us. We'll also have a star of the game for the Lobos as well. UNM 88, Aztec 70, final in the pit. Stay with us on the UNM Sports Radio Network. We're back courtside inside the historic pit post-game on the Albuquerque Downs Racetrack and Casino post-game show. Winning entertainment includes simulcast racing, live music, dining, the best games, and more. That's the Albuquerque Downs Racetrack and Casino. We have Lobo head coach Richard Pitino. New Mexico knocks off number 19 San Diego State 88-70. Coach Pitino, congratulations. What a win for your team. And boy, you get down 12 in the first half, you go on a 17-0 run and controlled the game pretty much the rest of the way. What was the difference for your team, and what changed there when you guys completely took it over?
Started turning them over. They had 0 turnovers, and then when we went on the run, we came back into the timeout. We turned it over less. They turned it at 5 turnovers. That was the biggest thing. We ramped it up to cut down on that lead. Played extremely hard, plus 10 on the glass for a team that's bigger than us. We give up a lot of size. Guards came back and rebounded the ball. JT's mad at himself for missing those free throws, but he was unbelievable. Battled his butt off, so really proud of everybody.
Coach, I thought it was just defense. You guys brought the energy. You talked about in pregame, they got to be scrappy. Mm-hmm. Did you see scrappy?
Yeah, I mean, they're bigger and stronger than us. They're bigger and stronger than a lot of teams, but like you said, scrappy. When you look at the box score, and Donovan's got 4 rebounds, Mash 4, House 6, True 3. Like, we talked about that. Like, if you rebound, we're going to get out on the break. In this building, great things are going to happen. So I thought we were terrific. We blocked 14 shots, just played with a lot of amazing effort.
No Lobo team has ever blocked more shots in a Mountain West game than 14, and you guys broke the previous record midway through the second half. We talked about them being a great defensive team, Coach, but your team is going to start getting recognition for being a good defensive team as well. It was the defense that was the difference, wasn't it?
Yeah, of course. I mean, 35% in the second half, and good defense. Cause you got to rebound the ball, you got to finish that possession. We did it where we didn't send them to the foul line too much. We're a good defensive team, so they're certainly over time have been a great defensive team. We'll continue to build on it. We've obviously improved in that aspect. And then I thought we got better offensively this game. We played with a little bit more tempo, shot 53% in the second half, which is really good.
Yeah, it was the disciplined defense. I thought House kept his emotions high, but he played within himself. He didn't have to hit a home run in terms of stealing the basketball every time. He contained Trammell.
It's so hard when he's gambling because nobody knows when he's gambling. So, like you said, I mean, he squared the ball up. True squared the ball up. Made it very, very difficult for them to run offense.
So great, too, as well, to see the way the team came together. Hunter pointed it out. You could see Matt Burns' teammates as he struggled shooting in the early part of this game. House has his arm around him, encouraging during a timeout. Donovan Dent came over to him. I saw you pat him on the back when you sent him back into the game early in the second half, and obviously you saw the jump shots go down in the second half. It was so great to see.
And Mash brought it up at halftime. He said, or after the game, he said to the players, he said, you guys picked me up and they got me playing with confidence. Certainly coaches are going to do their part, but it's so much more powerful when it's coming from the players, their peers, their friends, because they all were kind of going through it. Even JT with the missed free throws. Just keep getting rebounds more than anything else.
Coach, I thought I really saw for the first time this team play as a team. Like, play together. Right?
Yeah. First time may be a little bit of a stretch, but I think we've had we've had really good moments, but not versus this competition,
yes.
Right? I think that's the point.
Okay.
Certainly in the conference, Wyoming, we did play well, but it was ramped up a notch for sure. And like you said, I just thought the defense was really, really disciplined. They understood what was at stake, and if we're trying to elevate this level of this program, every game has got to be like that.
And I thought we saw some real maturity from House tonight because when he got excited, he came to your bench and he celebrated with your guys. And it's something that you've talked about since you arrived, that's what you want to see from him. And, other than, I thought, just sort of defending his position when he got pushed on the sideline, it was all channeled correctly, in a good way, too.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit overblown. He is what he is. We got to all learn to deal with it, but I like him on my team, that's for sure. And played terrific, 26 points, some amazing assists, 3 steals. So I'm not stressed about the technical foul at all.
I'll tell you what, we like the fact that he was able to do it on a national stage. House has not got his flowers. People don't know about him and what he really means to this Lobo basketball team.
No doubt. And, credit to our guys. There hasn't been a nationally televised game since 2012, I believe. There hasn't been a sold-out crowd since we got here, since 2014. Our guys did that more than anything, and I'm so proud that they did it in front of. It brings tears to your eyes. You get chills with how special this fan base really is.
You deserve your props as well, Coach. You continue to do it. It's the 10th straight year you've beaten a ranked opponent. Let's keep it rolling. Great win. Congratulations.
Thank you, guys. Go Lobos.
Lobo head coach Richard Pitino, postgame here in the historic pit. The Lobos 88, San Diego State 70, the final score. What a comprehensive effort for New Mexico across the board, top to bottom. The Lobos do it on the defensive end. The Lobos do it on the offensive end. And rebound from what certainly was a subpar performance by New Mexico standards. They've set high standards here over the last 2 years against UNLV to play just a fantastic game and beat San Diego State, the 19th ranked team in the nation here in the pit. We're joined courtside by the super sophomore, Donovan Dent. Donnie, congratulations. What a win.
Thank you. That's a great win. That's a great win.
You have felt the pit before, but it's extra special when San Diego State is here. And we know what happened last year when Butler beat you on the buzzer beater. How satisfying to get this one in front of a sold-out building against that team.
It felt good to get the job done for all the fans. They come and support us, show a bunch of love, so it just felt good to get the job done for them.
Donnie, I saw you put your arm around Mashburn and trying to encourage him. Is that kind of what you guys do with each other? You guys are that close?
100%. I mean, I had a rough game shooting. Mash came, talked to me, said, just keep playing. You're playing everything else right. Your shots are going to fall. Fortunately, it didn't. But after he got down a little bit, I told him the same thing. I know he's had a bit of a rough little start to the season with his percentage on it. I told him just keep shooting the ball. We're going to trust you and feed you the rock. And he got going late, and it was huge for us.
Yeah.
I kind of felt like I've been waiting for the floodgates to open a little bit. Like the opponents have been benefiting from the fact that the Lobo shooters haven't been shooting the way that we've seen them shoot. And it happened here today.
100%.
And it was kind of like the floodgates opened.
Yeah, it was great to see him get going. House got going too. Mustafa, JT. I mean, he had 16 rebounds, 17 points. I mean, that's crazy for a freshman. So it just felt good for everyone to get going, and we're going to keep flowing from here.
Listen, you had 4 rebounds. And I thought the guards, you guys all contributed on the rebounds.
We harped that in practice. We knew that the bigs were going to have to crack down and the guards were going to have to come back. I mean, I had 4, Mash had 4, I think 2, and House had 6.
Yep.
So it's a great rebounding game from all of us.
I've never seen a box score quite like this, and the Lobos have never seen it in Mountain West play since the league started back in 1999. As a team, you guys set a record in league games with 14 block shots, Donnie. You had 1. Each of your bigs had 5, and there were, 7 different players with a block shot? That's pretty incredible. How'd you guys do it?
I mean, we pride ourselves on defense, so we weren't giving up any easy layups, easy shots, and that's impressive. Honestly, I didn't even know we had 14. That's crazy.
94 feet you guys guarded.
Yup. That's all on House. House gets us going, started on defense, picking up with a lot of energy, and just flows to all of us. That's a credit to him.
You mentioned him, and I want to circle back because he had a really rough start to the year. He had an 0 for 21 stretch from 3, and everybody knows, career 35-ish%, and Mustafa Amsil knocking down those early shots was huge for your team, wasn't it?
100%. It gave him so much confidence for the rest of the game. We kept feeding him. I gave him one corner. He missed it, but he's shooting him with confidence. That's what we love to see. So it feels good to see him get going.
And then when he makes those shots, we saw him put it on the wood and get to the rim and lay it in. He ends up with 12 points. He's got more than just a 3-point shot.
He's a great player, and he's starting to showcase it now. People were doubting him early in the season because he had a rough start. Every player has its ups and downs. So it's great to see him really start playing himself.
I don't think San Diego State was ready for him knocking down those threes.
I think that's kind of what shook him out the gate. He came in, knocked 2 back-to-back threes. They kind of had to switch up their defense because they were in a drop coverage where they were just leaving him.
Yep.
So it was great to see him hit those.
Yeah, they had to adjust for sure.
It's funny that you say that, too, because we kind of talked about that pregame, and were they going to invite the Lobos to shoot the 3? Well, it actually kind of bit him, didn't it?
It bit him bad. Stop came in, knocked down 2. House had 4. Great shooting. Stop. That was just all around a great shooting team.
Yep, you guys really did it in the second half from 3-point arc. But give me one last one. You guys go on a 17-point run in the first half there. You get down 12, and it's kind of a dangerous time. They're the 19th ranked team, and Coach Pitino takes a timeout, and you guys rip off 17 in a row. What was the message, and how did that happen?
Defense. I think we got 2 back-to-back steals, forced them into tough shots. It just started on defense and created fast breaks for House and me to finish. So it was a great all-on defensive game.
Fun to watch, man. And another big one coming up on Tuesday. Utah State's on a roll. We're looking forward to that.
Ready for it. It's out the pit again.
Good job, Dent.
Thank you, guys.
Donovan Dent, post-game, courtside here in the pit. Lobos knock off San Diego State. 88-70 is the final score. What a day. How about the lead-in for CBS's coverage of the NFL playoffs is the Lobos on national television on CBS, not CBS Sports Network, CBS, the big CBS. Anybody who jumped on CBS a little early to check out the NFL playoffs got the Lobos in San Diego State. And what a picture to give the
Recruits.
nation.
How about that?
There was one in the house today.
Yeah.
How could you not want to come and play here
Exactly.
after you witnessed this?
Yeah.
Fantastic stuff.
Yeah, happy for the guys. New Mexico kind of struggled at UNLV, but they pulled it together and played a total game, I thought, here this afternoon.
No doubt. Try the new Sonic cheeseburger lineup with 2 new juicy cheeseburgers starting at $3.99 for a limited time only at Sonic. Okay, partner, it's time for our adjustment of the game. It's brought to you by The Joint, the official chiropractor of UNM Athletics. And Donovan Dent just gave us the adjustment. It was what the Lobos did, turning up the crank, right, when they were down 12. And they took it over defensively, went on that 17-point run at the end of the second half.
Yeah, it was. And it was, like I said, 94 feet. They were pressuring, Butler and Trammell bringing the ball up the court. So, I mean, if you can't even just get it past half court, or at least it takes you a full 9 to 10 seconds to get it across, it's hard to get into your offensive flow. And I think New Mexico took them out of their rhythm, and they did a great job of not letting Ledee go off as the leading scorer of this team. He had 15, but he probably picked up 6 of those points late in the garbage minutes, right?
Absolutely, garbage time.
So I thought they did a really good job guarding the paint, defending the ball inside.
They 100% did. This is a player, top 10 scorer in the nation at 22 a game, who shoots 57.5% from the floor. The Lobos held him to 6 of 15 field goal shooting. He never looked comfortable, and he started settling for that free throw line jumper. Not that he can't make it, but if he's away from the basket, give me all of that.
Yeah.
I'm here for that all day long.
No, I mean, it was a team effort. And we talk about Nelly. He had, was it 5 block
blocks?
shots?
Yep.
I mean, didn't do a lot offensively, but his job was to contain Ledee, and he did it.
They did a fantastic job defensively on one of the best bigs in the country. What a great performance by New Mexico here today. Our broadcast producer engineer is Bob Walpo. Michael Carlisle, on-site engineer. My broadcast partner, Hunter Green. I'm Robert Portnoy. Coach said it in the run-up to this one. 10 of the next 15 before tonight in conference. Quad 1 or Quad 2 opportunities for UNM. Well, they got the first Quad 1 win.
Yep.
They just beat San Diego State in the pit and beat them handily by 18. Well, the next Quad 1 or Quad 2 is coming on Tuesday, and it's Utah State, and they are flat out on a roll.
Yeah, they are, and I think they've got UNLV this afternoon. Not sure how they're doing, but New Mexico's got their work cut out for them here Tuesday evening.
And we'll be right here for you with all the action. By the way, UNLV 69, Utah State 63, 7.5 minutes left in the game in Vegas. One other game, Wyoming 25, trailing Fresno State in the first half, 33-25. Fresno State leading Wyoming. San Jose State and Air Force a little bit later. Okay, that'll do it for us. Final score for the final time today from the iconic pit. The Lobos improved to 14-3 and 2-2 in conference, and they deal San Diego State, the 19th ranked team of the nation, its first conference loss. The Aztecs fall to 14-3 and 3-1 in league play. New Mexico knocks off San Diego State for their first ranked win of 2023-2024. Lobos 88, Aztecs 70. We'll talk to you on Tuesday night from the pit. So long, everybody, and go Lobos.